اور کاوشوں کے نتیجے میں چشمہ نیوکلیئر پاور پلانٹ یونٹ 5 کی لاگت میں کمی آئی ہے۔ استعداد جو کہ پہلے 1100 میگا واٹ تھی، وزیر اعظم محمد شہباز شریف کی خصوصی کاوشوں سے اس استعداد کو بڑھا کر اب اس کی جو پروڈکشن کیپیسٹی ہے اس کو 1200 میگا واٹ کر دیا گیا تھا۔ چشمہ 5 کے حوالے سے آپ کو آگاہ کرتے چلیں کہ اس معاہدے پر 2017 میں یعنی کہ 5 سال قبل اس پہ دستخط ہوئے تھے اور گزشتہ 5 برس میں یہ منصوبہ التوا کا شکار رہا۔ ملک میں کم لاگت اور ماحول دوست بجلی کا ویژن وزیر اعظم محمد شہباز شریف اور اس وقت وزیر توانائی خرم دستگیر ان کے ہمراہ ہیں، جبکہ دیگر اعلیٰ حکام بھی ان کے ساتھ ہیں۔ افتتاح کیا گیا ہے چشمہ نیوکلیئر پاور پلانٹ۔
التجا ہے کہ ہمارے اس پروجیکٹ کو مکمل کامیابی سے ہمکنار فرما دیجیے تاکہ یہ پاکستان کی خوشحالی اور ہمارے ملک کو توانائی میں خود انحصاری کی راہ پر گامزن کرنے میں اپنا حقیقی کردار ادا کر سکے۔ اے مولا، ہماری دعا ہے یہ پلانٹ جس کی ابھی بنیاد رکھی جا رہی ہے اپنی ڈیزائن شدہ مدت پیداوار بحفاظت اور کامیابی سے مکمل کرے۔ اے اللہ کریم، اس پلانٹ کو پاک چین دوستی اور شراکت داری کی کامیاب مثال بنا دیجیے اور دو اقوام کے برادرانہ تعلقات کے مزید استحکام کا باعث بنا دیجیے۔ یا الہ العالمین، اس سلسلے میں کی جانے والی تمام کاوشوں میں ہماری مدد فرما۔ صلی اللہ تعالی علی النبی الکریم وعلی آلہ وصحبہ اجمعین برحمتک یا ارحم الراحمین۔
جزاک اللہ۔ Ladies and gentlemen, please rise in the honor of the chief guest, Prime Minister of Islamic Republic of Pakistan, His Excellency Mia Muhammad Shehbaz Sharif.
You are requested to remain standing in the honor of national anthems of Pakistan and China. Seated. I request Qazi Manzoor Ahmad to please recite a few verses from the Holy Quran.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ومن آياته خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف ألسنتكم وألوانكم إن في ذلك لآيات للعالمين. ومن آياته منامكم بالليل والنهار وابتغاؤكم من فضله إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يسمعون. Translation. I seek protection of Allah against the devil. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. And among His signs is the creation of the heaven and the earth, and difference of your tongues and colors. Surely in this there are signs for the persons having knowledge. And among His signs is your sleep by night and day, and your search for His grace. Surely in this there are signs for people who listen. آمنت بالله صدق الله العظيم.
Jazakallah. Respected audience, a brief documentary of Pakistan Atomic Energy Commission will be played.
Providing cheap electricity to the growing population of Pakistan has been one of the biggest challenges that has haunted the planners and policymakers of the country for decades. It has hampered the growth in all economic sectors, and its shortage has been felt by general population through either by power outages or by hikes in electricity prices. Nuclear power is one of the best options to overcome this problem while reducing carbon footprint. Upon directions of Government of Pakistan, PAEC aims at diversifying the energy mix by providing safe, reliable, environment-friendly, and cheap energy to the nation. The current fleet of nuclear power plants of PAEC comprises of total 6 units with an installed capacity of 3,625 megawatts, which is about 8.3% of the energy mix, whereas the generation capacity share of nuclear is around 12%. The tariff of nuclear power plant is lowest among the power producers, supplying electricity at an economically competitive price. The Chashma Nuclear Power Generation Station, CNPGS, consists of 4 300-megawatt series plants, with first unit C1 was connected to the grid back in the year 2000. The latest addition to the nuclear power fleet are the 2 1100-megawatt series units at Karachi. The K2, K3 nuclear power plants in Karachi are based on the latest generation 3 technology with advanced active and passive safety features. As of June 2023, the total energy production from nuclear is touching 156,000 gigawatt hours. Taking the success story a step ahead, PAEC is planning to start the construction of C5, a 1200 megawatts nuclear power plant at Chashma site. PAEC has a long history of safe operations of nuclear power plants, starting from Canop in 1972. With 52 years of safe and reliable operation of nuclear power plants to its credit. Our plants are the best performing plants in Pakistan with capacity and availability factors of over 90%, and one of our plant at Chashma has set record of continuous operation for 425 days. World Association of Nuclear Operators has also recognized the performance of our plants, and one of the Chashma plants has received 100% WANO index rating in the year 2021. The job of operators of a nuclear power plant is as sensitive as that of pilots or astronauts, and only a few are selected through the strenuous selection and rigorous training program. 6 crews worked around the clock to ensure safe operation of the plants. Each crew comprises of licensed shift supervisors and reactor operators working in the main control room alongside local area staff. The safe and reliable operations of the nuclear power plant can only be ensured through effective maintenance and strong technical expertise. The Technical Support Directorate at each generating stations, CNPGS and KNPGS, takes the challenging task of routine maintenance, annual refueling outages, and engineering modifications. The annual refueling outage of a nuclear power plant called RFO is conducted every 12 to 18 months. Nuclear fuel from the reactor is removed and new fuel is loaded in the reactor. PAEC has developed a fuel handling group for underwater refueling of the plant. The refueling group costs high-precision movement of the fuel assemblies. The spent nuclear fuel is transferred to the fuel storage pool and a new core is loaded. Alhamdulillah, PAEC is carrying out this job indigenously since 2008. Critical equipment, including main reactor coolant pumps, main feed water pumps, condensate pumps, vacuum pumps, and charging pumps are overhauled as per requirement. Trained and qualified manpower utilizes sophisticated equipment for the in-service inspection of reactor pressure vessel, steam generator, main piping, and other safety class equipment using special NDT techniques such as eddy current testing, thickness measurement, and sludge lancing. The instrumentation and control team has developed the standard labs and upgraded the obsolete control system equipment indigenously. PAEC also has the distinction of operating capacity turbines, generators, and transformers in Pakistan. These equipment are kept in excellent condition by our specialized team of experts. Turbine, generator, and transformer are dismantled, inspected, and after necessary maintenances, they are reassembled to operate in flawless manner. Strong technical background, effective planning, and dedication to work are the main driving factors in satisfactory and timely completion of the refueling outages. PAEC trained and skilled manpower saved substantial foreign exchange by carrying out the first refueling outage of the Karachi nuclear power plants indigenously. Now, PAEC is in a position to bid for international contracts for providing these services to other countries. As a responsible nuclear state and an emerging player in the field of nuclear power generation, PAEC takes pride in the performance of its nuclear power plants and self-reliance in operation and maintenance of its nuclear power fleet. PAEC has the legacy to deliver projects of national importance and achieve excellence. Alhamdulillah. Pakistan Zindabad.
Thank you for your attention.
I request the Chairman of Pakistan Atomic Energy Commission, Dr. Raja Ali Raza Anwar, for his welcome address. Sir, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The Honorable Prime Minister of Pakistan, Mia Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif Saab, distinguished Chinese and Pakistani dignitaries, federal ministers, Director General SPD, Lieutenant General Yusuf Jamal Saab, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and Ni Hao. It indeed is my proud privilege to welcome all distinguished guests at the groundbreaking of Chashma Nuclear Power Project C5. Excellency Prime Minister, Sir, we are especially and extremely grateful to your kind self for sparing time for the groundbreaking of this project and for the continuous support for the nuclear power program of Pakistan. Today is a memorable day for Pakistan and its nuclear power program. We are glad that collaborated and continuous efforts of Government of Pakistan, Pakistan Atomic Energy Commission, and China National Nuclear Corporation have resulted in a successful nuclear power program and has paved the way for long-term future projects including M1 and M2. Sir, let me at the outset acknowledge that today would not have been possible if it was not to the vision and unwavering support by Your Excellency. This daring and visionary decision by the Prime Minister to go ahead with C5 has been put into reality by the guidance, intimately deep interest, and involvement at every step of our journey by Professor S.N. Iqbal, Minister for Planning, and bold support by Minister of Finance, Mr. Ishaq Dar. In addition, it will be quite prudent to acknowledge efforts of Minister of Power, Mr. Khurram Dastagir, Special Assistant to Prime Minister on Finance, Mr. Tariq Bajwa Saab, and all other colleagues who have been part of the entire process. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, you will be pleased to note that C5 is a project that is in perfect alignment with the decarbonization goals of international community in general and that of IAEA in particular. With the start of execution of this project, Pakistan is taking a lead in the net zero context, thus will be contributing significantly in mitigating the climate change effects and in setting an example to follow. So, by virtue of being in convergence with the international community, Pakistan is likely to get the rightful relevance and status enhanced internationally. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I am very happy to share that C5 will be the Pakistan's largest Generation 3+ nuclear power project, which is based on evolutionary design with improvements based on experience and extensive tests and analysis, satisfying international and national safety standards, codes, and practices. This project has brought PAC one step closer to its envisaged goal of production of 8,800 megawatt electric, cheap and clean energy. As the successful completion of this project by the end of this decade will add to 1,200 megawatt in the national grid. C5 will enhance not only our nuclear power technology experience, but will have an impact on several areas of economic and social uplift of the country in form of employment, the use of local construction material, and locally manufactured equipment, etc. Our plants already are playing important roles in the uplift of us by structures, creating jobs, imparting education, and providing modern health facilities. Nearly 75% employees working in Chashma are locals. Similarly, K2, K3 project has given employment to over 17,000 locals of Karachi during execution phase. Excellencies, we wish to express our sincere gratitude to our friends from China Atomic Energy Authority, China National Nuclear Corporation, China National Nuclear Corporation Overseas Limited, China Nuclear Energy Industry Corporation, and other Chinese organizations for their continuous support for C5. We are also thankful to Pakistan Nuclear Regulatory Authority, PNRA, for their efforts in ensuring the nuclear safety of our projects according to international standards. We are especially grateful for the kind patronage from Government of Pakistan, specifically Strategic Plan Division, Planning Commission, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Power, and all relevant government departments from Punjab. I would like to thank all my colleagues for their efforts and contributions for this project. The hard work and dedication has yielded dividends. Many thanks to the dignitaries who joined us today, and special thanks to our Prime Minister, Mia Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif Saab, who was gracious enough to honor us with his presence. Thank you for your attention, Excellencies. Long live Pak-China friendship. Long live Pakistan. Pakistan Paindabad. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. An all-weather strategic cooperative partnership between Pakistan and China has grown into a towering tree with deep roots in the hearts of the people of both countries. Chinese call Pakistani friends as iron brothers.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Yu Chiafeng, Chairman of China National Nuclear Corporation, will now address the audience. Please welcome Mr. Yu Chiang-feng.
尊敬的夏巴兹谢里夫总理阁下，尊敬的阿桑伊克巴尔部长，尊敬的尤瑟夫贾马尔中将，胡拉姆扎斯塔吉尔部长，阿里扎拉主席，尊敬的庞春雪代办，卞志刚总工程师，各位金融界的代表，来自巴基斯坦和中国的朋友们。
Your Excellency Prime Minister Mr. Shehbaz Sharif, Distinguished Federal Minister Mr. Hassan Iqbal, DG Mr. Yusuf Jamal, Federal Minister Mr. Khurram Dastigir, Chairman Mr. Ali Riza Anwar, Charge d'Affaires Ms. Pang Chunxue, Chief Engineer Mr. Bian Zhigang, representatives of financing institutions, dear friends from China and Pakistan.
大家好，很高兴来到美丽的恰西马，参加 C5核电项目的启动仪式。恰西马是中巴合作的肇始之地，30多年前，正是在这里起步，中巴双方携手建成了恰西马1号到4号机组，卡拉奇2、3号、6台机组的建设已经完成，每年为巴基斯坦稳定提供了近300亿千瓦时的清洁能源电力。中巴能源合作已经成为中巴全天候的战略合作伙伴关系的重要组成部分，树立了全球核能合作的成功典范。
It gives me great pleasure to join you here in Chashma for the C5 project groundbreaking ceremony. Chashma is the birthplace of the China-Pakistan Nuclear Energy Cooperation. Starting from here, China and Pakistan have been holding hands with each other for over 30 years and delivered 4 units in Chashma and 2 in Karachi, with nearly 30 billion kilowatt hours of clean generation annually. Our cooperation in nuclear energy has become an integral part of the China-Pakistan all-weather strategic cooperative partnership and a shining example of international nuclear energy cooperation.
今天，中巴合作的第3台华龙1号机组 C5项目正式破土动工，这是中巴双方落实习近平主席和谢里夫总理去年11月北京会晤共识，推动加快构建新时代更加紧密的中巴命运共同体的具体行动。在此，我谨代表中核集团向谢里夫总理阁下，向长期关心支持中巴核能合作的两国政府和各界的朋友们表示衷心的感谢，向为项目落地付出辛勤劳动的中巴团队表示热烈的祝贺。
The C5 project is the third HPR 1000 unit, also known as Hualong, under the China-Pakistan Nuclear Energy Cooperation. Its groundbreaking is a concrete move to deliver the consensus made by President Xi Jinping and Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif in last November, and to step up efforts to build a closer China-Pakistan community of a shared future. Taking this opportunity and on behalf of CNNC, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Your Excellency Prime Minister and friends from both governments and countries for your ongoing support, for those who have been working towards a successful implementation of this project. Your diligence deserves our warmest congratulations.
核电是清洁、低碳、安全、高效的集合能源。 华龙1号是中核集团自主研发的3代核电技术，也是中国高端装备制造业的亮丽国家名片。中国福建福清的5、6号机组和巴基斯坦卡拉奇2、3号机组的全面建成投产，标志着华龙1号已成为全球唯一按期建成的投产的第3代核电机组。作为中国未来核电发展的主力 推行，华龙1号已经在福建漳州、海南昌江等多个厂子实现了批量化建设。在中国正在建造的华龙1号机组已经超过了17台。巴基斯坦 C5项目的全面启动，是华龙1号走向世界的重要里程碑。 也是中巴核能合作的新起点。
Nuclear energy is a baseload energy that is clean, low carbon, safe, and efficient. HPR 1000 is a homegrown nuclear technology of CNNC and a flagship of China's advanced equipment manufacturing. The commercial operation of Fuqing Unit 5 and Unit 6 in China and Karachi Unit 2 and 3 in Pakistan has proved that HPR 1000 is the only third-generation nuclear technology around the world to be completed as scheduled. HPR 1000 has been built in fleets in several sites, such as Zhangzhou, Fujian Province, and Changjiang, Hainan Province. We now have over 17 units of HPR 1000 under construction in China. For today's groundbreaking for the C5 project, it is a significant milestone for HPR 1000's global journey and a new start for the China-Pakistan nuclear energy cooperation.
中国有句古话：“心合一同，谋无不成。”中核集团作为中国核科技工业的主体，始终是中巴核能合作的忠实践行者和积极贡献者。我们将在两国政府的支持指导下，认真落实两国合作的共识，与巴方伙伴紧密协作，延续华龙1号机组建设的优秀业绩，把 C5 项目打造成为质量高、安全优、效益好的标杆项目。我们将进一步深化核能全产业链的合作，不断提升本地化水平，更多助力巴基斯坦经济社会的发展，为巩固深化中巴全天候战略合作伙伴关系，推动构建人类命运共同体做出新的更大的贡献。
With one heart and one mind, we can accomplish everything we aspire for. CNNC, as a major participant in China's nuclear science and industry, has always been a stalwart practitioner and proactive contributor to the China-Pakistan nuclear energy cooperation. Looking to the future, we will work closely with Pakistan to implement the cooperation consensus, renew the extraordinary construction record of HPR 1000, and build C5 project into a flagship project with high quality, sound safety, and good profits. We will extend our cooperation along the entire industrial chain and increase localization to facilitate the social and economic development of Pakistan, solidify the China-Pakistan all-weather strategic partnership, and make larger contributions to the building of a shared future for all.
再次感谢谢立夫总理阁下对中巴核能合作的大力支持，祝愿中巴 合作之路越走越宽，越走越好。祝福巴基斯坦国家繁荣昌盛，人民幸福安康。祝中巴友谊万古长青。谢谢大家。
Once again, thank you, Excellency Prime Minister Mr. Shehbaz Sharif, for your strong support to the China-Pakistan nuclear energy cooperation. I wish the path of our cooperation could be further expanded and bring about more pleasing opportunities. I wish Pakistan prosperity and its people happiness. May the profound friendship between China and Pakistan be everlasting. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words. Pakistan is a distinctive member state of International Atomic Energy Agency. Director General, International Atomic Energy Agency, His Excellency Rafael Mariano Grossi, has sent a video message for this prestigious occasion. Let's watch the short video message from DG IAEA.
I want to congratulate Pakistan and Prime Minister Sharif, with whom I met last February when I visited your country. Chashma 5 is being inaugurated, and I had the opportunity during my visit to be there at Chashma and to see by myself this commitment of Pakistan to use nuclear energy as part of its response to the need to decarbonize the energy mix in the fight against global warming. Congratulations. I am ready from the IAEA to continue this constructive engagement.
I now request Ms. Pang Chun-shui, head of the Chinese delegation, to share her thoughts on this occasion.
Excellency Mr. Prime Minister Muhammad Shahbaz Sharif, His Excellency Mr. Aksan Akbar, Minister of Planning, Development and Special Initiative, His Excellency Mr. Khurram Dastagir, Minister of Energy, His Excellency Lieutenant General Yusuf Jamal, Director SPD, His Excellency Dr. Ali Reza, Chairman PAEC, and His Excellency Mr. Bian Zhigang, Chief Engineer of China Atomic Energy Authority, His Excellency Mr. Yu Jianfeng, Chairman of the Board of CNNC, and His Excellency Mr. Shen Yanfeng, Vice President of CNNC, and other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and Assalamu alaikum. It's really a great honor and a pleasure for me to attend this groundbreaking ceremony of Chashma Nuclear Power Plant Unit 5. China-Pakistan cooperation in the field of peaceful use of nuclear energy is a ballast in bilateral relations and has made a series of brilliant achievements. Blessed with the guidance of the leaders of the two countries, Chashma 5 project makes another great progress in nuclear energy cooperation between our two countries. Being the world-recognized clean energy, Chashma 5 project will help Pakistan build a clean, low-carbon, safe and efficient energy system. During the construction of the period, Chashma 5 project will provide more than 10,000 local jobs and a large number of raw materials, equipment, and related services will be purchased locally, which can effectively promote social and economic development and the vigorous development of the local industry. The 100-year-plus cooperation of Chashma 5 project will also witness the everlasting ironclad friendship between China and Pakistan continuously writing new chapters. All these achievements would not be made possible if without the joint efforts made by the two sides, in particular the good guidance and the strong support of the leaders. Once again, I would like to thank Honorable Prime Minister for your guidance for this project and thank the federal ministers, PAEC, CAFC, and the CNNC for your efforts to advance this project. It is your dedication that made today's great event possible. Ladies and gentlemen, this year marks the 10th anniversary of China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. In the past 10 years, energy cooperation is one, and the CPEC has achieved marvelous achievements. 14 projects have been put into commercial operation with a total installed capacity of more than 8,000 megawatts, accounting around 90% of Pakistan's total installed capacity, and achieving a transmission capacity of 4,000 megawatts, stimulating the vitality of Pakistan's economic development and brought significant social benefits to the local people. This year also marks the 10th anniversary of the Belt and Road Initiative proposed by our President Xi Jinping. BRI cooperation has made very positive contributions to economic and social development of the countries along the route and provide employment and improvement of livelihood of people in the countries, and has become a very popular international public goods and international cooperation platform. As a pilot project, the development of CPEC also shows the depth and breadth of BRI cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, Standing at a new starting point of our cooperation, we are fully convinced that the all-round cooperation between China and Pakistan will continue to expand. Our two countries will move forward side by side, jointly promote the high-quality development of CPEC, and make joint efforts to build a closer China-Pakistan community with a shared future in the new era. Thank you very much. Ching Pak Dusti, Sandeba.
Thank you, ma'am, for your invigorating speech. In remembrance of this historic occasion, souvenirs shall be exchanged. I request the Honorable Chief Guest, Prime Minister of Islamic Republic of Pakistan, Mia Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif, Mr. Bian Chirgang, Chief Engineer, China Atomic Energy Authority, Dr. Raja Ali Raza Anwar, Chairman, Pakistan Atomic Energy Commission, to please come on the stage. The souvenir exchange ceremony will be followed by the address of Chief Guest.
Chairman, Pakistan Atomic Energy Commission, Dr. Raja Ali Raza Anwar, will now present a souvenir to the respected Chief Guest, Honorable Prime Minister of Pakistan, His Excellency Mia Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif. Thank you very much, sir.
I now request the Honorable Mr. Bian Chirgang, Chief Engineer, China Atomic Energy Authority, to present a souvenir to His Excellency, Prime Minister of Pakistan. Thank you, sir.
Chairman, Pakistan Atomic Energy Commission, will present a souvenir to Mr. Pian Chirgang, Chief Engineer, China Atomic Energy Authority. Thank you very much, sir. This concludes the souvenir exchange ceremony.
Respected ladies and gentlemen, I feel greatly privileged to request Honorable Chief Guest, Prime Minister of Islamic Republic of Pakistan, Mia Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif, to address the audience.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Honorable Federal Ministers Khurram Dastagir Khan, Professor S.N. Iqbal, advisors, special assistants, Lieutenant General Yusuf Jamal, DG SPD, Dr. Raja Ali Raza, Chairman, PEC, Madam Chang, Madam Pang, Charge d'Affaires, Embassy of China, Mr. Yu Jianfang, Chairman, China National Nuclear Corporation, Mr. Pian Chirgang, Chief Engineer, China Atomic Energy Agency, officials from Chashma Nuclear Plant, honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a very good evening, very good afternoon. Tarjuma karenge nahi? Zarurat nahi hai. Are you okay with English? No, I am asking my Chinese friends. You want translation or? Okay. It's really a great honor and a pleasure to be here this afternoon to have this wonderful foundation laying ceremony of Chashma 5 nuclear energy project, which is by itself a huge milestone, huge success story, and a wonderful symbol of cooperation between two great friends, China and Pakistan. The history of our nuclear energy cooperation between Pakistan and China goes back to 30 years. And I think till date, this mutual cooperation to promote clean, efficient, and comparatively cheaper energy is a great friendship between the two countries and a model for other countries to emulate. I was very happy to see inaugurate K3 in Karachi a few months ago, which is now operational and is equipped with the most modern technology like C5. Safety arrangements are par excellence, and the endorsement came from the head of Atomic Energy Commission in Vienna. Is it in Vienna? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, after a pause of many years, CPAC is going to be again in full cry, and it goes to the credit of this coalition government and SPD for their hard efforts to conclude this agreement of Chashma C5. And our directors had been running rumor mills, fabricating rumors all around the places that, God forbid, Pakistan is going to default on its sovereign commitments. That, God forbid, our economy will be in shambles. For whatever reason, I am not going into that. We know it very well, that we crossed very turbulent waters in the last 15 months. By the grace of God Almighty, not only the risk of potential default has been completely averted through team efforts, untiring efforts of all the components of the government of Pakistan and all other institutions. Day before yesterday, there was an announcement of approval of IMF program by the board. And within 48 hours to 72 hours, around about $4.5 billion were deposited in the State Bank of Pakistan by our brotherly countries Saudi Arabia and UAE, and of course $1.2 billion from IMF as its first tranche of $3.5 billion. But this is not the complete story. unless we mention the role of our great and the most trusted friend China, the story will remain incomplete. In the last 3.5 months to 4 months, Chinese government and the Chinese commercial banks rolled over amounts back to Pakistan to the tune of more than $5 billion. $5 billion. This is not a small contribution by a great friend at a time which was one of the most difficult time Pakistan was facing in its entire history. And I think I find myself short of suitable words to pay my deepest gratitude to President Xi Jinping and his government and the people of China, to my very dear brother, His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and my very dear brother, His Royal Highness, the President of UAE, Mohammed bin Zayed, for these very valuable contributions at a very difficult time. And I want to convey to them in all honesty and humility that the nation of Pakistan will never forget these wonderful contributions and favors on their part ever in our history. And today we are here to have this foundation ceremony of this project with a magnitude of 1,200 megawatts of nuclear energy, which is its cost is $3.5 billion, Asim? $3.5 billion. And I must say, with a sense of sincere understanding and sense of my commendation to the Chinese company's chairman and their associates for not only not increasing the price on the basis of 2017-18, not factoring in average inflation, you can count 8%, 10% annually, but on the request of the government of Pakistan and my request, gave a discount of 30 billion rupees on this project, which is most definitely a very kind gesture from our Chinese friends. And this is friendship. Some of my colleagues advised me that, Prime Minister, don't ask for discount because this is not the time. A, because the prices are on the basis of 2018. B, they have not calculated inflation factor in this. And C, look what China has done for Pakistan under these most difficult circumstances. I said, there are no two opinions about it. Absolutely. But then this is a deal between two companies, two entities, two friendly countries. And as long we are transparent, as long we are serious and sincere to each other, as long we are absolutely talking to each other without any ambiguity, they will understand our financial difficulty. And I have no doubt that, let alone any kind of misunderstanding, they'll be willing to handhold Pakistan in this hour of difficulty. And thank you very much, Chairman, for your gesture. This 30 billion discount means a lot to me, means a lot to my government, to SPD, to Atomic Energy Commission, and to 220 million people of Pakistan. Thank you very much for this favor. I deeply appreciate this. And now this project is going to be completed, hopefully in the next 7 to 8 years. But in my dictionary, 7 to 8 years means 7 to 8 months. I hope and pray to God that SPD and Chinese companies can team their efforts together and reduce this period of insulation. That would be a great favor to the people of Pakistan. Why? Because it is clean, it has no carbon elements, it is cheaper, it is efficient, and that's what the industry and agriculture in this country cry for. And they are clamoring for cheaper energy resources to be competitive, not only in the field of agriculture, industry and commerce, but in all other walks of life. And as exporters, this becomes a very difficult challenge. So I hope and pray to God that this project will be completed sooner rather than later. And I'd like to once again thank you for inviting me. It's a great honor to be here, and I wish you Godspeed. Pakistan, China, Dosti, Zindabad, long live Pak-China friendship, and Pakistan, Parindabad. Thank you.
चश्मा 5 न्यूक्लियर पावर प्लांट का संगे बुनियाद रखने की तकरीब वज़ीर आज़म मोहम्मद शहबाज